Hi everybody, welcome back to the online bridge classroom. I'm Sam. Well, last month I spent a week in Shanghai playing in the National Integrated Championships, where different events are held across a week, including the mixed teams, the open teams, IMP pairs, board and match teams, etc. Well, I have the opportunity to form a partnership with two of the local rising young players, Jeffrey and Arian, to play in the Swiss teams and open teams, where we had a dream run in the open teams to the semi-finals of the event. Well, it is surely a memorable experience to play against all those professional players and learn from them in the games. Well, a big difference playing in China tournaments is that players bid much more aggressively than local Hong Kong players. Well, as a result, we tend to also be more aggressive with our penalty doubles. Well, whenever we see suits not breaking in a friendly way or cards lying badly, well, we tend to double for penalty in order to collect a greater score when the contract goes down. Well, however, the penalty double sometimes is a double-edged sword. Well, in coming two videos, I will share about two boards where the penalty double actually misfires, giving declarer the vital information for making their contract. Well, let's take a look at the first board today. Well, partner opens with a club, and then East preempts with 2 diamonds, which shows 6 to 9 high card points and a 6 carded suit. Well, in your turn, you bid 2 hearts now, a negative 3 bid to show strength within the 6 to 11 range and a 5 carded heart suit. Well, after left hand opponent passes, partner rebids 2 spade to show a good hand, interested in game. Well, you do not have the best hand you could have, well, but a temporary 2-no trump could be a good idea. You don't have the worst hand at all, you show a stopper and a balanced hand with 2-no trump first. Well, now partner raises to 3-no trump, and now your left hand opponent greets you with a penalty double. So passes out and it is now in play. The defense starts off with the king of diamonds. Well, you certainly are surprised to see the ace of diamonds in dummy. The lead is surely a very helpful one. Well, so how do you plan to tally up to 9 tricks now? Well, there seems to be a lot to do. Well, first of all, let's try to place the missing high cards out there. Well, we can see that East is overcalling 2 diamond with such a very bad suit, only starting with the jack of diamonds. Well, he should have an ace out there to make up for the bad suit quality. So is it the ace of hearts or the ace of clubs? Well, West penalizes 3-no trump. Well, it seems like he sees something breaking very badly for declarer. Well, so by that deduction, it can only be a 4-carded heart suit headed by the ace 10. Well, because if West has the ace of diamonds, that is sitting in front of dummy suit, and that is not a good news for him certainly. So with the ace of hearts placed with their West hand, so it only leaves the ace of clubs to the East hand. Well, we can also safely assume that the king of spades is also with the West hand for the double. So it approximately make up 10 high card points for the West hand, with the 4-carded heart suit starting with ace 10 sitting behind you. So having that in mind, we can next progress to the plan of our play. Well, the bidding tells us that diamond suit is breaking 6-2. Well, so only East is now the danger hand. After 2 rounds of diamonds, even if West gets in, he has no more diamonds to return, so our contract is still safe at that point. So knowing that out of the 2 aces, it's much more likely that East has the ace of clubs, we now carry out our plan. We now take the first trick and play on clubs. And as we expected, the ace of clubs comes from East and he takes the trick. So he continues with the jack of diamonds, which is no surprise at all as well. Well, we still don't have enough tricks for 3-no trump, so we carry on to establish our club suit. So now the jack falls, and when we play the 3rd round of diamonds and East shows out, we can now know that our contract is basically safe. Well, West now takes the 10 of clubs, and the best he can do is to return a spade, hoping to find partner with the jack of spade. So, but when that card is with you, so 3-no trump double will now end up 10 tricks. Well, so let's take a look at how the whole hand looks like. Well, I think for that disastrous result to the East-West side, East has to take most of the blame. Well, the 2-diamond preemptive bid serves very little function in blocking out the bidding space for opponents, but with such a bad suit quality, it gives partner a wrong information that leads to such an embarrassing result at the end. Well, that's all we have for sharing today. Stay tuned and we will look into the second hand where the penalty double misfires in a different way next time. See you soon and goodbye.